May I? Something wrong, Sharon?
Oh no, not at all.
wins. Give us your blessing.
It's my turn. Life force!
May I? How about this? Die now!
Here! You've got the practiced ease of a real veteran.
It's a pleasure to hear you say so.
I did it!
We'll have to fight our way through.
It's my turn. Now!
Here I come.
This is it!
May I?
Leave this to me.
It's my turn. Yes! Very well. That was a cinch.
I hope we're strong enough to take that monster on.
This one looks dangerous. Be careful.
It's my turn.
Witness the severing chains. I'm afraid your fate is now sealed. Fall into death's embrace.
All right.
I go where the wind takes me.
Oh, isn't this a pleasant surprise? There's a treasure chest here. I welcome all
Please, take care around that one. come! Careful, everyone! Very well.
It's my turn!
Of course! Arcus activate!
Leave this to me! You still have a lot of training to do. Not bad.
Isn't this a surprise?
If it's a fight, they...
I'm so glad.
just getting started.
I did it!
Oh my, what a lovely chest. This
The wind.
This one looks dangerous. Be careful.
All right.
Witness the severing chains. I'm afraid your fate is now sealed. Fall into death's embrace.
Leave it to me. Arcus, activate!
Protected! They're off guard! Emma, please!
Alright, how about this?
My turn! Shatter! They're off guard!
I'll back you up. Here I go. Oh, move! Crescent shout!
You're mine!
Let me help.
You have my thanks.
Leave it to me. Arcus, take this!
May I? Attack!
Here!
I'm sorry, everyone.
It's my turn. Yes?
You have my thanks.
With pleasure. Thank you very much.
Leave it to me.
Wasn't
Sorry,
strong enough.
everyone.
That's embarrassing.
This one looks dangerous.
It's
Be
my turn.
careful.
All right. Arcus, activate! Take this!
Predictable. My turn. I leave this to you.
I've got this. All right, rise to this. All right. Yes.
Thank you. I'm sorry, everyone.
Too slow. All right. Take this. My turn. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
It's my turn.
Now! Overdrive! Yes!
You
My
have
turn.
my thanks.
There! Now! Here!
Leave it to me.
They're open! Got you! You're mine!
Here I go. Arcus activate. May I?
Thank you.
You have
You're mine!
It's my turn.
Marcus,
Let's
activate!
move.
There! Now! Here! Good!
May I?
You're mine!
It's my turn.
All right.
Marcus,
May
activate!
I?
My turn!
Thank you.
You have my thanks.
Huh. You're mine!
Very well. Here I go.
It's my turn.
There! Here I go! Ha! Now! Here!
Here I go.
Here I go!
Here I go. My thanks. How none. I won't stand down.
Thank you. Not yet. Thanks.
You have my thanks.
Here I go! Ha! Now's our chance! Here!
With pleasure. How would you all like?
Thanks.
Thank you very much.
It's my turn.
Marcus, act good! My turn! Ha! Now! Let's go, everyone! Leave it to me!
Here I go. May I? How about this? Die.
Leave it to me.
Let's move! Burn to and fall! Now's our chance! Here!
Witness the sound.
You're mine!
Of course. With pleasure. Outcast. I'll back you up. Here I go. Outcast. I'll back you up.
My turn! Now! Here!
Leave it to me.
There!
Thanks.
Very well. Now, if you would, leave it to me. That was truly spectacular. It's a pleasure to hear you say so.
No complaints here.
I've only just begun.
Isn't this a surprise? I'm so glad.
got it!
Great! guess this is the hold?
It's awfully spacious for one. That treasure chest is absolutely beautiful.
You certainly took your time.
Eustace!
I suspected it was you.
How long did you intend to make me wait? I have wondered whether you would even bother to show up.
I think that's partly your fault for making us go through all that trouble to get to you.
There are eyes everywhere in this city. It would have drawn too much attention for you to come here directly. That was just my way of looking out for you. Perhaps you could try thanking me.
At least you're well. That's what matters. It really is great to see you again, Eustace.
The same to you. I'm impressed you were able to overcome the many ordeals you've no doubt faced to make it this far. But should I be surprised, I wonder? I've always had high expectations of you.
I doubt I would have been able to come this far if not for everyone's help, though. Still, thanks, Eustace.
This means that all of Class 7 is finally together again, and I couldn't be more overwhelmed with joy. Congratulations, everyone. Thank you so much.
You've been a tremendous part of making this happen. Thank you, Sharon.
I haven't the foggiest idea what Sharon is doing here, but I suppose it doesn't matter right now.
Eustace?
I've been kept abreast of your activities through the Noble Alliance's information network, so I'm well aware you've been fighting their forces across the land using that ash-colored knight of yours. As well as the fact that you've chosen not to ally yourselves with the Imperial Army, but instead fight as a third faction.
Oh, has word of Valimar been getting around that much?
That said, I didn't arrange for us to meet like this just to see one another again. I did so that I could make the difference between our respective positions crystal clear.
What do you mean?
I see. You have no intention of coming with us, do you?
What?
You can't really be thinking that. You surely saw this coming. I'm the son of one of the most influential figures in the Noble Alliance. And as I imagine you're already aware, I've been assisting him and his provincial army in fighting this war.
Well, we know, but...
Is this what you believe to be your duty as a noble?
Meanwhile, my brother is acting as the Alliance Force's chief of staff, and as for my father, he was responsible for hiring Jaegers to attack Ymir, which is not only your home, but the home of all the kind-hearted people who welcomed me with open arms earlier in the year. I can only apologize. If I'd returned home earlier, then perhaps... No. I don't even have the right to do that much. Yet with that in mind, it should be clear that we can't go back to the way things were. The gulf between us is simply too vast to be filled. Our paths have parted. That is reality.
This can't be the only way.
It doesn't have to be like this, Eustace.
I will guarantee you safe passage out of the city. If you deem it necessary, I can even have you escorted out by car. However, once you're out, we can no...
Eustace. I can understand why you feel somewhat responsible for what happened in Ymir. I can understand why you, as an Alborea, feel as though certain things are inherently expected of you. Actually, I should probably tell you that Dad woke up the other day. All that's left is for him to get his stamina back now. He'll make a full recovery.
That's good news. I would have liked to pay him a visit myself, but with circumstances as they are...
Oh, don't worry about it. I'm not telling you that to make you feel guilty. I'm telling you because I don't want that to be your reason for what you're doing.
Pardon?
What I want to know is what you want to do, and the path you want to take. If you want to help your family because you agree with the ideals of the Noble Alliance, I won't stop you. But if that's not what you want to do, if you're only helping because you feel like you have to for whatever reason, if you're doing it because you feel responsible for what happened to my dad, which, by the way, you aren't, or if you're doing it because, as much as you want to come with us, you feel like you don't have the right to, then you're nothing more than a coward who's running away. And I don't believe that's how a real Erebonian noble should act. They should do what they believe is right, and do it with pride. If Dad was here now, he'd say the same thing.
Rean?
It's clear to all of us that your heart isn't in this, Eustace.
We're only students, still learning more about the world around us. Alone, we don't have the experience or knowledge to go around proposing solutions to the conflicts in this country, not to the war going on around us, nor to the class divides that started it. But that's alone, and that's why I think we all need to come together as a class again. We're all inexperienced, but we all come from different backgrounds and social standings, and we each have unique experiences to share. It's only by pulling those together that we can overcome whatever life throws at us. It's worked for us during every one of our field studies. Why wouldn't it work now?
He's right, Eustace.
Indeed. Rean had to remind me of that too, you know.
It's always nerve-wracking for those of us who have to watch you pull crazy stunts all the time, I hope you know.
It certainly is.
I see my suspicions were dead on. No matter the circumstances, you've always been the one to blow away my hesitations.
Then you'll come with us?
Still, no matter what you say, I am an Alborea, and as such I have duties and responsibilities to fulfill. If you are determined not to back down, then we will have to settle this with a duel, just as you and Crow did 1 month ago.
A duel?
Follow me, Rean. Our destination is Aurochs Canyon. There we shall settle this matter once and for all.
Well, I wasn't counting on this. I'd only intended to gather information on the Crimson Wings, and yet here I am, bearing witness to such a compelling scene. I've no duty to report anything I see to Duke Alborea, but I suppose there isn't any harm in watching how things unfold.
Whatever.
Do what you want. I don't care. I'll just go kill time in town or something.
Oh no, not this time. You're coming with me and that's that. I'm here to support you, not babysit you. You're the one with a number, not me. Try acting like it.
Fine. What a pain. There's a familiar face among them, so this might not be a total waste of time.
Isn't this Angelica's bike?
I thought she entrusted it to you after she withdrew, Reen.
What in the world is it doing here?
I made use of my family's influence to have it brought here from the academy. Since then, it's been left in the hands of a skilled mechanic, so it's been well maintained. You will be riding that for our duel.
You mean our duel will be a race between me on this bike and you on that horse?
Partially. The finish line will be the plateau where we fought that monster during our field study. Once there, we shall begin a sword fight to determine the victor. Whoever arrives first will therefore have the advantage of more time to prepare.
Okay, I understand what we're going to do. So if I win, you're coming with us, right? You're not backing out?
Correct. In the unlikely event that you defeat me, I will concede and go with you. But know this, I've absolutely no intention of holding back. That bike of yours may have the advantage in terms of speed, but I know this area like the back of my hand. Do not expect this to be an easy battle.
Oh, I won't. I'll be coming at you with all I've got.
I would expect no less.
They're way too fired up about this.
We'll have to simply stand aside and see what unfolds.
Right. We'll go and take up places along the course to watch.
In that case, I will signal when to begin. Rest assured, I wouldn't dream of giving either party an unfair advantage.
That works for me. How about you, Eustace?
Very well. Let's begin.
Here we go.
Eustace is an accomplished rider, but if anyone can defeat him, it's you.
I won't let you down. I'm ready, Eustace.
As am I. Now demonstrate to me the strength of your resolve.
All right, take your positions, please. 3, 2, 1. Begin!
Good luck, you two!
Use your tailwind to your advantage.
Take a left here.
Use this path here. Everyone's really into this.
Yes! I won!
Your performance was admirable, I'll admit.
The advantage is mine, Eustace. Let's settle this once and for all.
No matter, a handicap like this will hardly pose a problem for me. Come at me,
Let's do this!
Come at me with all you have!
Here I go! All right, let's do this!
Now's our chance! Don't
Let's
let
move.
it pass!
All right, let's do this! Let's move! Let's move! Here I go!
I'm just getting started.
Too slow! Let's move! Here I go! Gather on my blade!
This isn't.
That's that. Let's keep moving. Looks like I win this one.
I should have expected no less. It's hard to believe how much your swordsmanship has improved in such a short period of time.
Don't sell yourself short, Eustace. If I'd held back even a little, I'd be the one kneeling on the ground right now. Your skills really shone through, both in the race and our duel.
I can't pretend to have held back either. The victory is well and truly yours, Reen.
Reen! Eustace!
Are you both all right?
Oh, hey guys.
Reen! Eustace!
How did it go?
The verdict should be plainly obvious.
Yeah, I managed to scrape through. It was pretty close, though.
Was it?
Does that mean you'll come back with us?
I fought with all my might. I performed to the very best of my abilities, holding nothing back. And even then, I couldn't compare to your strength and resolve. With that, I have no more reservations. The path I should take is the same as yours.
About time. We're happy to have you with us, of course. We'll find the answers we seek together. And together, we'll bring Crow back too.
You can count on me. Starting today, I am a member of Class 7 once again. I'll show my father and brother just how I believe one bearing the name Albarea should live.
I feel embarrassed just watching you two.
There's nothing to feel embarrassed about. This is just part of how we are as a class.
I couldn't agree more.
There are some things you learn only by directly confronting those you care about. I know this much from experience.
Congratulations on reuniting nearly everyone in Class 7. I suppose now is the best time to start thinking about what to do next.
I wouldn't celebrate your paltry victory just yet.
Who was that?
Up there.
Who are they?
One of them is wearing armor.
Oh dear.
Good day to you, ladies and gentlemen of Class 7. I'm afraid I've come to thoroughly put a damper on your reunion. I hope you don't mind.
She knows us?
Just who are you?
Well, at least one among you should already be familiar with me. But it wouldn't hurt to introduce myself for the benefit of the others. I am a lady after all. My name is Duvalie. I'm the head knight of the Stahlritter, an esteemed group led by Ouroboros' 7th Anguis in all her glory. And it is by her order that I have come here today.
You're with Ouroboros?
So the Steel Maiden sent you, did she?
Looks like our luck just ran out.
Might I ask if the Stahlritter is somehow related to the Eisenritter? The name is eerily similar. Even their only difference in name is related, with iron and steel being two metals.
Oh, you're the Arseid, aren't you? Oh, are you curious? I'll bet you are. Well, I'm not going to tell you.
Pardon?
Does it bug you? Does it? Your curiosity is going to build and eat away at you until you can't even sleep at night. Sucks to be you.
Is she really with Ouroboros?
I'm not quite that curious. I wouldn't want to pressure you into discussing something you aren't comfortable sharing.
Hold on a minute. There's no point in pretending you don't care. I know full well you do.
She doesn't act like it, but there's no doubting she's extremely powerful.
Indeed, she may not be an enforcer, but not for lack of skill. Although the power of the man beside her is even more frightening.
Leaving that aside for the moment, I've already introduced myself. It's only proper for you to do... Ugh! Why are you still up there? Get down here right this instant!
What do you need me for? You can handle them just fine yourself.
Oh, for goodness sake! You're supposed to be number 1! Would it kill you to even put the tiniest bit of effort into your job?
Number 1?
And he's an enforcer just like Sharon and Phantom Thief B.
Indeed. I happen to be number 9. An enforcer's number is not in any way indicative of their combat prowess. But by coincidence, his may actually be so. He's easily among the strongest in Ouroboros. Perhaps even the strongest.
Never tried fighting Steel to see which one of us gets the top spot, though. That race before was kind of fun to watch, so let's see what you got. The name's McBurn. Some call me the Almighty Conflagration. And talk is cheap. I hate conversations that just drag on and on. So let's skip to the good part, okay?
The power radiating from him is incredible.
What are those flames?
Shall we begin? My swift swordsmanship was taught to me by my illustrious lord, the Steel Maiden. And you haven't a chance in hell of withstanding it.
I've gone to the trouble of coming down here. Do me a favor and try lasting a minute before you call it quits.
Your arrogance will be your undoing.
Give them everything you've got!
Of course!
Don't die too easy on me now.
Now, draw your weapons!
Here I go! All right, leave it to me!
With pleasure. How about stop?
Very well. I leave this to you.
With pleasure.
My turn. I leave this to you.
I'll take it from here. All moves, listen, shout!
Come on.
Here I go!
Here I come. Very well.
Now!
I'll back you up.
Leave it to me. Arcus, activate! Take this!
My turn!
Here I come. With pleasure. you all like some tea? It will only take a moment to cool.
Hey, thanks!
Thank you very much.
Grant your strength! Calamity! You're mine!
Here I go! Oh, Moon! Crescent Shell!
Let's move!
How are you still standing?
You're mine!
I won't stand down. How would you all like?
Thanks!
Thank you very much.
Here I go! Yeah!
You
All right.
have my thanks.
Come on!
Of course. Oh, Moon! Crescent Shell!
Let's move!
With pleasure.
It's my turn! Here I go! Gather on my blade! Your claws are open!
I'll back you up, may I? It's my turn. Arc is activated.
Leave it to me! Now!
I'll back you up, may I? Arc is activated.
Your claws are open!
I'll back you up now.
Thanks!
You have
My turn!
not good enough.
Time to act!
Very well. How would you all like?
Thanks!
Thank you very much.
Your claws! Let's move!
Here I go. Blessing of the moon. You have my thanks.
Here I go! It's my turn!
This is impossible. May I? Outcast! With me, everyone!
Understood!
That's embarrassing.
Very well.
Thanks!
Could I?
Time to act!
Of course! Oh, Moon! Crescent Shell! I'm sorry, everyone.
Man, is that really what you call everything you got?
This can't be happening.
How can they be so strong?
I've never fought anyone so strong in my life. Not by a long shot.
I didn't expect we would have a chance against him head on.
We were able to knock that knight down at least.
Ugh! I believe I lost to mere students. And of course, one of them had to be an Arsate. This is so humiliating!
Oh, give me a break. Were you even trying? I thought you beat Luve once. Hard to believe with that sorry side of a fight.
I did. Granted, he won the other 99 or so battles. And I was! I simply slipped, that's all!
Interesting. You mixed by any chance?
What are you talking about?
Nothing. If you haven't noticed yourself, I'm not gonna be the one to tell you. If you haven't, it's probably not much anyway.
Huh? What do you...
Anyway, I'm out of here. You can take care of handing him over to the Duke.
You can't possibly be serious! You won't help even a teensy bit? It's a little much to handle all by myself.
Nah, I'm tired of this already. Maybe if one of them could seriously give me a run for my Mira, I'd consider it, but...
One run for your Mira coming right up.
Huh?
It couldn't be.
She finally made it.
Huh?
Where did that come from?
Nice.
Looks like I was right to hurry. I wasn't expecting to find you fighting monsters of this caliber.
You're... Instructor Sarah?
Sorry for the wait. But don't you worry your pretty little heads none. Now that I'm here, I won't let them lay a finger on you. How could I call myself your homeroom teacher if I did?
Thanks.
You're the Purple Lightning, aren't you?
Huh. Hey, I've heard of you.
I don't know what to say.
I'm sure it's no coincidence that she's here.
Was this your doing, Eustace?
I used a secret channel to contact her. She was to be our insurance if things took a turn for the worse.
Really?
I'm delighted to see that you're well, Lady Sarah. Thanks, I guess. Still, looks like you've been fighting some of your old pals for the sake of my kids. And I can give credit where it's due. Thanks.
Ugh. Do you seriously want to keep fighting? Surely you don't believe you'll win because you're an A-rank bracer.
You ask me, this is more like it. Not like there are any towns nearby I can burn down, so maybe it's time I stopped holding back.
Stay away from him!
Those are just like...
Hold on a moment! I know I said I wanted help, but I'd rather you didn't set me on fire in the process.
What the devil are you doing up there?
The hell?
That sounds like...
Isn't that Duke Albarea?
Father? Arno?
Lord Eustace.
Eustace, what is the meaning of this? You dare to leave a letter like that and simply disappear? Have you gone mad?
Letter?
Hey, Duke, you mind staying out of this? I was getting all fired up there before you came and ruined everything.
Silence! This has nothing to do with you. I will not stand for behavior like this, Eustace. You will do as I say. Your selfish actions will smear mud on the good Albarea name. Is that what you want?
My intentions are as I outlined in the contents of that letter. I intend to walk my own path with my classmates at my side. I have no wish to dirty the Albarea name. On the
Eustace.
What is this drivel? I always knew what a mistake it was to accept you into this family. Come forth, Knights of Kreutzen!
Oh boy, here comes trouble.
These must be the soul dots from Aurochs Fort.
I don't recognize that one either. It must be a new model.
Yeah, there goes any interest I had left. Have a blast. See ya.
You always be so indifferent!
Rean!
Right.
Looks like it's your turn to shine!
Then
No matter the results, we can't turn back. Take care, Master Rean.
Heed my call.
Valimar, the Ashen Knight!
Acknowledged.
An ash-colored knight? Huh. So that's the foul fiend that caused trouble for the soldiers from the Twin Dragons Bridge.
Oh, so that's the Ashen Knight?
The very same great knight that fought near Trista at that.
And I can sense even more mana coming from it now than I could then.
Its form is most impressive.
Go forth, my knights! With them in our custody, the top spot in the Alliance is as good as mine. Show them the terrifying strength of the newest addition to our army!
Yes, Your Grace.
That one looks tough. Heavily armored, too. But I'm sure Valimar can take it.
Right! Let's do this! I'm counting on you, Valimar!
Understood.
Use your links well.
It's my turn. I'm sorry.
I'll show you how
handle
it's
this.
done. I leave
I'll
this to
take
you.
it from here.
It's working! Keep it up! Of course! Sorry for the
I'll
trouble!
try at least.
Try this! That's it! Just a little more!
Okay.
Try this! Great! Just one more!
my turn! Try this! Give me a hand, Rean!
Right!
Go! Sacred Flame!
That's it! Just a little more!
Let's go!
Give me a hand, Rean! Go! Sacred Flame!
Well done! You did great that time!
This can't be happening! How can our new soul dark be defeated?
You think he's ready, Celine?
He should be. Rean!
Give us a hand, Emma! We're going to open the spirit path!
Right!
A transportation spell?
Time to make our escape!
Wait! Eustace! You can't leave like this! I won't allow it!
Farewell for now, Father. Please give my regards to Rufus as well. It is my dearest wish that you won't repeat the mistake you made with Ymir a second time. Arno, might I ask you to return the horse I borrowed to the mansion?
As you wish, Lord Eustace.
Wait! Wait, I say! That is an order, Eustace!
Welcome home, Reen. I see you were able to find the rest of your classmates.
Yeah, this is everyone.
It sure wasn't easy, but we managed.
The winds were on our side this time. Indeed.
Regardless, we wouldn't have been able to make it here if not for you all coming to find us. Thank you.
And naturally, that goes for you too, Celine.
Yeah, whatever. It's good to see you guys again.
It sounds like there was some trouble along the way, but you came back, and that's all that matters. I can't say I'm surprised to find you're in good health, though. Ill weeds grow apace, after all.
I could say the same about you. Given how useless you are at anything you can't learn from a book, part of me expected we would next meet with you behind bars. Again.
It hasn't even been 30 damn seconds and I already want to kill you.
Okay, my turn! Aw, why'd you move out of the way?
Because you were trying to hug me, obviously.
Oh, come on. You know you want to.
While I'd expected you to come back with your classmates, I didn't think you'd come back with Sarah, too. Not that anything had ever happened to you, of all people.
Thanks. I guess.
Certainly has gotten lively around here.
It sure has. You're looking a lot better, Dad.
I'm still a ways from being back to my old self, but I'm finding it a lot easier to walk around. Toval and Captain Claire have kindly been handling both the village's security and correspondence with the other regions, which means I can focus on my health.
We're not doing anything special, really.
We're just glad that you've been getting better.
That's not true at all. You've done so much for us, I don't even know where to begin thanking you. And Reen, I want you to know that we're both so proud of what you've accomplished. It couldn't have been easy coming this far, but you did it. You should hold your head high.
Thanks, Mom. Oh, I wouldn't have been able to do any of it alone. It was only possible because everyone was with me.
Well, I think we've been standing out here long enough. I've had rooms prepared for you all at the Phoenix Wing, so go ahead and rest there.
Oh, nice.
Isn't that where we stayed during our last visit?
That's the one. I imagine you must all be exhausted after all that's transpired in the past few days.
The open-air bath's finally been repaired too. If you get the chance, you should enjoy a nice, relaxing bath after all your hard work.
Reen?
Laura! I didn't think anyone else would come here so late at night. Sorry, I'll get out now.
You don't have to apologize, Reen. I should have checked if someone else was inside before coming in. Truth be told, I was thinking the same thing. I thought it would be empty by now. Still, this might make for the perfect chance to sit and talk, no?
Oh, you still want to come in?
There are few things more pleasant than relaxing in a hot spring while gazing up at the wintry sky. That tingle of warmth returning to my fingers and toes is particularly nice.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. It's my favorite time of the year to relax in the springs too. But never mind that. Are you sure you're comfortable with both of us being here, Laura? It's pretty late, and with the two of us, it's kind of,
Well, I am modestly covered, so I don't think there's a problem, per se. Although I'd prefer if you didn't look at me quite so pointedly. It's embarrassing for me to be here too, I hope you realize.
True. I wasn't doing it on purpose. Sorry. Anyway, you said you wanted to talk, right? Was it about anything in particular?
Well, I wanted the opportunity to say thank you.
You're thanking me? For what? I don't feel like I've done anything that warrants being thanked.
Everything, I suppose. I wanted to thank you for surviving all this time so that we could meet again. And I wanted to thank you for coming all the way to Legram to find us. Crow may not be with us, but you're the reason the rest of us are together again.
I think that's a bit of a stretch. Besides, it was only because of you guys that I was able to do anything at all.
Well, it's understandable that you'd feel that way. Still, I believe Class 7 is only what it is because you are at its center. You were the one who stood right back up and fought, and it's because of that we were able to make it this far. That's what I feel, and I know that's how the others feel too. So, thank you, Reen. I'd rather you didn't laugh at me. It took a lot of courage to come in here and tell you that, you know.
I'm sorry. I wasn't laughing at you. It just finally hit home that everything Elise said was true. I had no idea that everyone was thinking of me as much as they were, or that so many people were looking out for me. It just made me realize all over again how blind I've been all this time. So I couldn't help but laugh at myself.
I see. In that case, be sure that you never forget what I said. We've been through so much together. The bonds formed between us will not be so easily broken.
Don't worry, I won't forget. And now that Class 7 is together again, I'm sure we'll be able to go back to the Academy one day. As long as we don't give up, I know we can make that a reality. So, let's give it everything we've got.
Of course.
did it! could probably fish here. All right, let's do this!
My turn. Now!
Got you!
Let's finish! Very well. How about this? Dive!
Onward! Ha! Here's our chance!
Here I come!
That was surprisingly pleasant.
Let's hope our next battle proceeds in kind.
My turn!
Let's get him!
May I? How about this? Dive!
My turn! Okay, we're burning daylight!
Not what I had in mind.
Let's wrap this up!
May I?
Time to stop holding back! This is gonna hurt! Rebellion Storm!
With pleasure. This won't take long. Shadow Dip! Leave it to me!
You didn't think that time? Understood. Now it's my attack!
May I? Now!
An opening!
My turn! Now!
Gotcha! I'm up!
May I?
Sure thing.
Leave it to me! All right. Bring down!
With pleasure.
Suppressing targets. Mirror devices activated. Orbital laser fire! Mission complete. May you rest in peace.
With pleasure. Here I go.
Ready to go. Here you go.
My turn. May I? How would you all like some tea? It will only take a moment to cool.
Cheers!
Thank you.
I'm up! You're off balance!
You're mine!
Yeah!
My turn.
Let's see if you can live through this. May I? Now! With me, everyone!
Yes,
Leave it to me!
Understood. Ha! Here's our chance!
Gotcha! I'm up! 1, 2! Sorry, that's it for you. Oh, you went up a rank. Here's a little something from the guild. Keep it up. You should be proud of yourself.
I've thought long and hard about it, and I think we as a class need to find a third way. A path of our own, separate from the ones the reformist and noble factions are taking.
A third way, you say? I do agree. It wouldn't feel quite right for us to directly support either side.
True. We might be military academy students, but we're still students.
Involving ourselves in a civil war isn't something we should take lightly. We might have a divine knight on our side, but we're still going to need to be very careful how we proceed.
Whatever we do, Valimar will certainly be at the center.
No doubt. We've all seen how powerful the Divine Knights are. If we use them right, we can intervene in the war as much as we want. They're quite literally beings of legend. However, his potential influence on the war is all the more reason why he will need to be used cautiously.
What are we gonna do then? Even if we agree on not siding with either of the factions, I'm pretty sure each of us have different stuff we want to do, and different things that we have to do too.
Yeah, that's true. For my part, I need to rescue Elise and Princess Alphen from the Noble Alliance's clutches. Whether it's alone or with you guys, it's something I'll do.
There's no way you'll be alone for that. We're with you all the way. I'm concerned about Dad too, what with them having him under arrest.
I still can't get in contact with Fiona either. I'm glad I was able to see Dad, but I'm worried about her.
For me, I'm worried about Ruhr as a whole. It's a huge relief to see you're alright, Sharon, but Mother's still unaccounted for.
I'm sorry I can't do more to comfort you, my lady.
And I have no idea where Father's been for the past month. I'm certain he must be well, but all the same.
We're all worried about our families, I see. Hopefully, we can find some information on all of them before the fighting gets any more fierce.
I'm certainly not worried about the safety of mine. Although, suffice it to say, if we choose to intervene in the war, conflict with them is all but inevitable.
That goes for Zeno and Leo too. They've been hired by the Noble Alliance, so I'd say it's likely we'll run into them in the future. Plus, Emma and I still need to talk to Vita to see what exactly she's trying to do. To figure out what's so important to her that she was willing to break a taboo to do it. That's true.
Whatever you decide to do, you'll have my full support. Just as the warriors of Nord did 250 years ago, I'm determined to fight to protect my second homeland, and those who live within it.
Oh, same! We can do this! I can back him up, right, Claire?
How could I say no? I have my own duties to take care of as part of the Railway Military Police, but I fully intend to support all of you with everything I have.
I'm thinking it's about time I return to helping the guild, actually. But I'll still be in touch with Sarah, so I'm sure I can lend a hand or two anytime you need it.
Naturally, I'd be overjoyed to continue serving as your dormitory's caretaker.
I'm your instructor, so you're stuck with me to the very end. Whatever you choose to do, you'll have my support. You're going to need to decide on a more specific course of action, though. Resolving to find a third way is a start, but only a start. It also leaves plenty of questions that need to be answered on top of it all.
Well, then how about this? Let's figure out right now whether or not we want to keep using Ymir as our base of operations.
Just so we're clear on this, there's a limit to how many people can use the Spirit Path at any one time. And with as many people as we have now, I'm not sure how useful it's going to be at this point.
And we're limited on how frequently we can use it.
Oh, right.
But we're also just as limited on where we can go otherwise. We haven't exactly been the most subtle group around. Who's to say we could even operate elsewhere?
An astute point. The Noble Alliance will no doubt be even more wary of us than before.
In the end, no matter what we decide, we lose.
Indeed. Yet we're short on time, so a decision must be made now.
There's gotta be something that only we can do.
Yeah. I don't know what it is, but I know it exists. And I'm sure that we'll find it. The best thing we can do now is keep talking things out until we find a way. There's no point in rushing into a decision.
Well, doesn't this look fun? Mind if I join in?
What in the world?
It couldn't be.
Vita!
It's lovely to see you again, Emma. You were finally able to reunite with all of your classmates. I'm happy for you. Really, I am. The goddess was on your side after all,
Cut the crap, Vita. Have you been listening in all this time? Where are you?
I'm not far at all. Listen closely now.
That sounds just like...
Is that...
It's coming from above us!
Isn't that the Noble Alliance Force's flagship?
What's the Pantagruel doing here?
Damn it! I didn't think she'd tell the rest of their army where we were.
But why now?
Why? Because our preparations are finally complete.
Vita!
Vita! You're here! Yes, I am here, in the flesh. Good day to you all, Class 7. As nice as it would be to finally give you a hug, Emma, I wouldn't want to keep our guest of honor waiting any longer. So, without further ado...
Can't be. Isn't that...
The Azure Knight. Crow.
Long time no see, guys. Sorry for dropping in on you like this, but I'm sure you know the drill by now. You ready to have some fun?
Is that really you, Crow?
There's no doubt about it.
See, you damn terrorist. Come on!
Right! Heed my call! Valimar!
Acknowledged.
I'm not gonna lose this time, because at the end of the day, he's just an obstacle that needs to be overcome. So lend me your power, Valimar!
Very well. Use my power as you see fit.
You've really taken to piloting since your last encounter, haven't you? I was hoping you would, and you didn't let me down. You boys have so much potential. But potential is only that. Potential. And you, Reen, might want to reevaluate just how many obstacles need overcoming.
This is bad.
Aren't those the Alliance's allies?
Long time no see, kiddos. You doing all right, Fee?
I see the purple lightning has joined your ranks.
Zeno. Leo.
Zephyr!
And a few members of Ouroboros, too. Guess all the big guys wanted a piece of us today.
And look, Sammy's here too! Kindly stop referring to Clown Soleus with that bizarre nickname.
Ah, it's such a pleasure to visit this wintry wonderland once again.
Oh, it's a pleasure, all right. Time for my long-awaited revenge has finally come. Now you shall pay!
It's only been 2 days since you first fought them, you know.
This could pose a problem. Why send so many powerful allies here? And all at once?
You've proven to be rather formidable adversaries after all. It wouldn't do to underestimate you.
Rufus!
I'm pleased to see you all again, ladies and gentlemen of Class 7. As for you, dear brother, I was told that you'd run away from home. It does my heart good to see you safe and sound. So, you've finally gathered up the will to make the difficult choices life set at your feet, I presume. Even if those choices place you in my line of fire?
Yes, I have. Can't believe he's shown up too.
The Noble Alliance is pulling out all the stops to finally get rid of us, aren't they?
Reen, we'll take care of everything here. You and Valimar have your own battle to fight.
Are you sure? We're in for a real brawl out here, but a guy couldn't ask for better opponents.
Leave the battle on the ground to us.
We've no intention of backing down without a fight.
Oh, wait, Sharon! I know they're all strong, but still.
Well, what do you say we get started?
Here he comes!
I'm impressed. You managed to hold your own better than I expected you to. It's only been a month or so, but you've really grown as an Awakener, Reen.
Well, it's hard to go through the kinds of things I have without growing from the experience. And now that I've done all that, I'm going to be the one who takes you down!
No, you're not. I said you could hold your own, not that you could win. Remember, there's still a 3-year gap's worth of experience between us. And it's time you realize just how much of an impact that gap has.
That's enough, Crow!
Do they really stand a chance?
Well, they're putting up a good fight so far, but... Yeah, it's not looking good. They're outnumbered, for one thing.
Then it's time we lent them our aid.
Agreed! Weapons at the ready, guys!
Always in a rush, aren't you? Stay right where you are. I'll serve as your opponent today.
You will?
Trying to stop us from joining in?
I'd rather our intrusion cause as little inconvenience as possible for the people of this village. I'll let you make the first move. It's been quite some time since I last instructed you in fencing, Eustace. I look forward to seeing how you've improved.
Wow.
His guard's perfect.
Stay alert. Rufus is a master of court fencing. We'll need to put all we have into this battle to even stand a chance against him.
I would have it no other way.
Show me what you're capable of.
Very well. Now's our chance!
It's my chance! Keep it up, everyone!
Right! Light! Rain upon us!
Embarrassing.
I won't lose!
Well, I won't deny that was an entertaining diversion. But you'd do well to intensify your training regimen if you hope to best me.
How is he so strong?
You didn't stand a chance.
He might even be stronger than Sarah.
Are you guys okay?
Hey, you really think you've got time to be worrying about them? You ain't getting out of this one, Green.
All right, bring it on! It's time to settle this, Crow!
Bring it on!
This'll be a tough one. Be careful.
Think you can handle this? Hope you're ready.
This is bad.
You wasted your time. There. Gotcha. Think you can handle this?
This is bad.
Bring it on!
Gotcha! Darkness, clean!
Hang in there!
Settled enough for you?
Didn't even bother to use that trump card of yours.
He wasn't even trying last time, then was he?
Come on. With the way you are now, I don't even need to try. I'll always win. And that Reen perfectly illustrates just how massive the gulf between us is. Maybe you think you've had it tough up till now, but you're gonna need to go through a hell of a lot more if you want to even the odds.
I see the battle here has come to an end.
Oh, hey Vita.
I can't help but feel a little bummed that everything went exactly as I thought it would. Still, it just goes to show how much faith I have in your skills, my sweet Azure Chevalier.
Funny, I don't recall ever becoming yours. How's everything up top?
I think it's only a matter of time before the battle is decided. But we've caused enough trouble for the people of Ymir already. It's about time we brought this to a close. Finestrum Phantasma Window.
My apologies for not coming down to speak with you in person, ladies and gentlemen of Thor's Military Academy. You know who I am, of course, but I am Duke Cayenne, ruler of the Lemaire province and supreme leader of the Noble Alliance.
Duke Cayenne?
So even the big guy himself is here.
I must say, what a curious group we have here. I'd heard as much, but allow me to extend my most heartfelt congratulations. My expectations have thoroughly been exceeded. When I saw young Eustace and Laura in Legram earlier this year, I could never have imagined this is how we would next meet. Oh, I'm sure your parents must have warned you against wandering off with such disreputable individuals on a number of occasions. But I suppose every child thinks that they alone know what is best for themselves. Duke Alborea was simply livid about what happened. But it can't hurt to learn more about the outside world,
Everywhere that leaves his mouth is condescending.
Did you come all the way here just to tell us that?
Don't be silly, child. Reen Schwarzer. I had this meeting arranged because I wanted to speak with you. Perhaps the method was a touch too garish for something so simple, but do forgive me for not formally requesting an audience.
With me?
With you. Allow me to get right to the point. I wish to invite you, Ashen Chevalier, aboard our flagship.
Wait, why?
I've heard all about your magnificent exploits across the land. And so I thought it would be nice to sit down and have a long, pleasant chat with you. About the past, the present, as well as your future.
Are you suggesting... You want Reen to join the Noble Alliance?
Should you accept my invitation, we will withdraw peacefully from Ymir. Furthermore, I give you my personal assurance that we will leave this village alone for the duration of this war. A fine proposition, is it not? Are we interested?
Very well. Allow me to accept your invitation.
Don't be an idiot! This is clearly a trap! They wouldn't come all the way out here and take you into their flagship if it weren't.
I appreciate your concern. But trap or not, this might be a good chance for us, too. I think I'd regret it if I let it pass. Valimar, transport Celine back outside.
Are you certain?
Now hold it right there!
Don't worry about me. The odds were against all of us getting back together, but we did it. And I'm sure we can do it again, too. So just wait with Emma for now. I'll be back before you know it. Valimar, if you would.
Very well.
Wait!
It seems the time has come for us to part ways once again. But remember this. You're an Albarea. There is power and dignity in that name. To whatever end you would use it, I want you to prove that the convictions you cling to are worthy of your loyalty. Not for my benefit, but for yours.
Wait!
Lord Rufus!
Well met, Lord Schwarzer. It's a pleasure to see you again. Allow me to extend my apologies for the harm my father visited upon this town and its people.
Never mind that. What do you intend to do with my son? And what is a promising young man like yourself?
We're simply going to borrow young Reen for a short while. There's nothing to worry about. I'm a busy man these days, though, so for now, I bid you adieu.
They all finally got back together, too. Why?
I'm sorry, but I'll be back, I promise. So stay safe.
Reen!
Reen!
So this is what Duke Cayenne looks like from up close. It's hard to believe that I've ended up in the same room as the leader of the Noble Alliance. Although, I guess we did meet back in Legram before the war broke out.
Rean Schwarzer, truth be told, we don't want this war to drag on any more than you do.
Really?
We only acted as we did, due in part to our dearly departed Chancellor's behavior being far too unreasonable to justify turning a blind eye. He garnered the trust of His Majesty, and in turn misused that trust. He flagrantly disregarded this nation's beloved culture and traditions, treating Erebonia as if it were his own personal property. Surely you too noticed this.
Well, I can't say I disagree. We did hear story after story during our field studies about how aggressive his policies were, about the way he didn't care how many enemies he made as a result, creating terrorist groups like the Imperial Liberation Front.
But as I said, the cause of our nation's ills is now gone. Now, all that remains is to turn back the hands of time just a touch, and the good old days of the Empire will be upon us once more. The key to this bright future lies in putting aside our differences and joining hands. Am I wrong?
I'm afraid that yes, you are. Do you honestly believe that people can so easily put aside their differences after all the Alliance has done? You occupied Heimdall and effectively took every one of its citizens hostage, imprisoned the Imperial family. And let's not forget how you're now in league with the enemy nation responsible for the destruction of Gorelia Fortress. After all that, the Imperial army would never bow their heads to the likes of you, even if the rest of the population did.
My word, I'm afraid there's been a terrible misunderstanding. The Imperial family is simply under our loving protection. They certainly haven't been imprisoned, but that does bring me to exactly why I want you to help us.
It does?
The Azure Knight is already on our side, but if we had your Ashen Knight as well, that would mean we'd have two of the great knights of Erebonian legend to put into play. Couple them with our Panzer Soldats, and the Imperial Army's armored divisions would cower before us. You may not find us winning the war ideal, but this union benefits everyone more than carrying on until our inevitable victory,
I don't think it's that simple.
I beg to differ. The presence of Soldats units on a battlefield makes a tremendous difference. What they may lack in firepower and armor compared to tanks, they make up for in mobility and versatility. But more important than even those factors is the psychological impact they have on our opponents.
Well,
we're only human. As such, we are as captivated as we are terrified of giant beings bearing human form. And if that holds true even for mass-produced soldats made with modern technology, it will be all the more true for the divine knights of legend you and Crow possess.
Can't argue with that logic.
I will say it once more. Gileath Osborne is dead. And with his death, all that's left to be done is end this ridiculous war and return order to the Empire. Only then will everything be as it should. That includes both your pleasant academy life and the peaceful days of darling Elise and her friend the princess.
Are you trying to?
Whatever you ultimately decide, their safety is guaranteed. I would ask that you promise him this, if nothing else, Your Grace.
But of course, I'm not a monster.
Rufus.
We may stand on opposite sides of this conflict, but I still sit on Thor's board of directors. And in that capacity, I suggest you consider carefully the choice before you. After all, every soldier must decide for himself whether a cause is worth fighting, perhaps even dying for. I look forward to hearing your answer.
All that's left to be done is end this ridiculous war and return order to the Empire. Only then will everything be as it should. That includes both your pleasant academy life and the peaceful days of darling Elise and her friend the princess.
I suggest you consider carefully the choice before you. After all, every soldier must decide for himself whether a cause is worth fighting, perhaps even dying for. I look forward to hearing your answer.
It's hard to argue that this war began because the noble faction went too far. But the longer it goes on, the more people are going to suffer. Am I really okay with that? If I join them, I could reduce the number of victims, be friends with Crow again, free Elise and Princess Alphen? No, this isn't that simple. Think, Rean, think! I was able to reunite with the others, but Elise and Princess Alphen are still in the Alliance's custody. What's the best thing I can do? This isn't just about me. What do all of us want to do?
Keep racking your brain like that and smoke will start coming out of your ears.
What do you want?
Hey now, no need to give me that look. I figured I was gonna find you busy thinking everything over like your life depended on it. And what do you know? I was right.
How about you mind your own damn business? And don't you have better things to do with your time? I figured the glorious Azure Chevalier would be far too busy with the war to be hanging out around here.
It's tough being popular. If you joined us, I could get away with doing half the work I am now. So come on, stop freaking out about it so much and make a choice.
This isn't something I can just decide by flipping a coin, Crow. And besides, it'd probably be an easier choice if not for a certain someone. What's that in your hand, anyway?
Grub, of course. Kinda early, but I brought you your lunch. Mind if I join you?
Hamburgers, fries, and onion rings, huh? I was expecting something more fancy like I had last night.
Oh, that kind of food more your thing? Okay then, give me a minute while I go ask the chef to whip something up.
No, this is fine. The burger looks delicious.
Cool. All right, dig in.
This tastes kinda different from a normal burger. Oh, no wonder. It's got whitefish in it.
Yeah, they're called fish burgers. Pretty good, right?
Yeah, the tartar sauce makes for an unusual extra flavoring too. This tastes amazing. I like this way more than the food I had last night, to be honest.
Well, glad to hear it. Guess it was worth putting my cooking skills to the test after all.
Wait, you made this?
Was my first time cooking in a while, too. Sharon could probably do better, though. But I wanted to give it a shot anyway. This stuff was like soul food back in Jirai, where I grew up.
Oh.
To think, all the time we spent searching for the leader of the Imperial Liberation Front, and he was right under our noses. Crow Armbrust from the Jirai SEZ.
Oh, yeah. Vita was using some weird thing of hers to let you see what was going on, wasn't she? So I guess you saw what happened there.
Yeah, Jirai was that special economic zone in the northwest you guys went to during our August field study, too.
We didn't run into anything like that in the Jirai Special Economic Zone. Though, I guess that makes sense seeing as it's under the direct control of the Imperial government and not a noble.
I seem to recall that it was annexed 8 years ago. Is that right?
So you ended up going back to your old hometown then?
Yeah, by pure coincidence. It's changed a lot since I was last there, so it was kind of surreal being back again. But it was nostalgic in its own way, too.
It's been bugging me for a long time now. What could have made you want to join a group of terrorists like the Imperial Liberation Front? What was it that made you hate Chancellor Osborne that much? Enough to take his life? Oh. Tell me, Crow, please. I want to know what it was that made you who you are now. What kind of place Jirai was, how you lived there. and what you were doing before you entered the academy and met Toa, Angelica, and George.
Where's the fun in prying into a guy's past? Save all that talk for your number one in class. Who's the lucky girl anyway? Elisa? Laura? Emma? Fee? And don't tell me it's Milliam, because, you know,
I'm serious, Crow. I really want to know. Think of telling me your past as paying off the interest you owe in that 50 Mira. Because until I know, until we know, we won't be able to move forward.
You're really serious.
Crow?
My past really isn't that big of a deal, you know. It's got nothing on yours, that's for sure. If you find yourself thinking that's all when I'm done, well, I warned you. So, you really want to know?
Yeah. Nothing you say will change my mind. Please, tell me.
All right, you win. Like I said, it's just your run-of-the-mill sob story. Pick up any history textbook and you'll probably find a dozen others just like it. It's the kind of story that's so common no one bothers to remember it, like it never even happened. Back in those days, Jirai was known as Jirai City. It was a city-state off the coast of northwest Zemuria that prospered through maritime trade with West Erebonia, Northumbria, and Remiferia. It had a population of around 150,000 people, so it wasn't exactly a big place or anything. Because of that, the surrounding nations left it alone and let us live out our days in peace. We were pretty fortunate, all things considered, until about 20 years ago. That was when the Northumbrian disaster struck, and much of the Principality of Northumbria was turned to salt. And as a result, trade on the northwest shore was reduced to virtually nothing. Day after day, Jirai's prosperity started to fade away. Still, it wasn't all bad. We had our fishing, our historic landmarks, our septium mines. We could make use of those to get trade going again, both to keep our state running and to help out Northumbria. In fact, the one who advocated that approach was the mayor, my grandfather. He was the last mayor Jirai City ever had. He was a stubborn old bastard, but he had this wry sense of humor and was well loved by everyone. I lost my mom and dad early, so he was also my only living relative. He taught me just about everything a guy could know. He was like a mom, dad, and your old master rolled into one, I guess. Anyway, fast forward to 10 years ago. Out of nowhere, we received this proposal from the Erebonian government. They said they wanted to extend a railway line from Heimdall all the way to Jirai. We relied on the sea for trade before, but there wasn't any reason to believe we couldn't benefit from being connected to Heimdall by rail. The proposal drew overwhelming support from the city's council, and as a result, my grandfather was forced to accept. Within a year, the city had all of its old life back and then some. The streets were more bustling than ever. But keep in mind, this was the result of huge amounts of imperial capital flowing into the city. Land and buildings we once treasured were bought up left and right. Everything became a target for investment. People only cared about making money. Something similar supposedly happened in Crossbell too, but unlike there, no opposition existed in Jirai. My grandfather sensed something was off, and he tried what he could to get the situation under control. Then one day, someone blew up the railway line leading to Jirai. Everyone demanded that it be repaired as quickly as possible. Everyone except the imperial government. Instead, they panned our national security arrangements for being insufficient and threatened to withdraw all imperial capital. The city was left in an uproar like we'd never seen. Shares plummeted, and with no one able to ascertain the culprit's identity, chaos reigned. That was when he showed up. Chancellor Gileath Osborne, in his third year as representative of the imperial government, personally came to Jirai. We then received a second proposal.
The restoration of the railway and its future security will be seen to by the Imperial Army. In return for our continued assistance in safekeeping, Jirai will come under the wing of our glorious empire and attain even greater prosperity as a special economic zone.
The timing was too good to be true, really. Realizing this, my grandfather staunchly opposed the idea. He tried everything he could to convince the city's council to reject the offer. Unfortunately, once you taste the sweet fruit of prosperity, it's hard to want to go back. The council, made up of influential merchants, in all their greed, jumped at the offer. And tempted by the elimination of customs, together with the tax breaks from being an SEZ, many of the citizens did too. And during all that, they'd conveniently found a suspect behind the railway incident, my grandfather. He loved Jirai more than anyone, and up till then, its people loved him too. And yet, virtually overnight, he found himself facing the wrath of both the city's council and the citizens alike. Left with no choice, he resigned from his position as mayor, and Jirai formally became part of the empire. Both of these things happened on the same exact day. That was 8 years ago. Naturally, everyone knew my grandfather wasn't the one who did it. They knew who was really responsible. They just turned a blind eye to the truth. See? I warned you. Just your run-of-the-mill sob story.
I don't know what to say, Crow. What happened to him after that? Your grandfather.
One day, he just up and died. Once he resigned, the whole affair with the railway getting blown up was all but forgotten. He lived comfortably in retirement for about half a year, fell ill, and that was that. He just lost the will to go on, I guess. Like I said, he was the only family I had. I mean, I had plenty of friends even then, but I chose to leave it all behind. I was 13 at the time. I wandered the land, doing whatever I had to get by. That was when I met old Cayenne, who happily indulged my hatred for the Chancellor. And with his financial backing, I went out with the goal to find others who were just like me. That was the beginning of the Imperial Liberation Front. Gideon, Scarlet, and Vulcan were among those I recruited. I had also met Vita then. I only knew her as the woman who had often come to see Cayenne. She guided me to a place below the city of Ordis, and there slept the Azure Knight Ordine. One after another, I overcame the same trials you did with your friends, but alone. And once I'd proven myself worthy, Ordine accepted me as his awakener. That was 3 years ago. I was 16. My preparations complete, I concealed my background and enrolled in a military academy near the capital. Everything I did for the sole purpose of taking the Chancellor's head. Come on now, what's with the face? You look sadder about all this than I do.
Yeah, I guess.
I swear. I'm not trying to tell you the Chancellor was evil or anything.
What?
Still, there's no denying that he managed to outwit my grandfather. And he may have lost, but Pop's always loved a good gamble. It's thanks to him that I'm pretty good at chess, card games, that kind of stuff. I'd say it's fairly normal for a student to want to avenge his master's defeat, wouldn't you?
Maybe.
At the end of the day, there's no denying this country has problems, and the Chancellor's methods were making them worse. I studied those problems, worked out how to use the situation to my advantage, and then won the game with an all-or-nothing gamble. But when you think of how peaceful Jirai is now, I'd say I've got a duty to clear up the mess left behind by my game too, which means ending this war and restoring peace. So it's only when that's done that my game is truly over. I don't want whatever your decision is to be influenced by my past, okay? Like Rufus said, you need to think long and hard about what it is you're fighting for. For you, more than anyone else.
Yeah, but Crow...
Anyway, I think I've stuck around here for long enough. You're gonna be treated as a visitor. Well, sort of. It's about time for the higher-ups to head back to Heimdall, so go ahead and pass the time however you want.
However I want? What else can I even do here?
There'll be no guards outside your room, so if you want to try and escape, be my guest. Just keep in mind that some members of Ouroboros and Zephyr are on board too. Not to mention me, Scarlet, and Vulcan. So if you're up for a gamble of your own, get ready to take all of us on.
Sounds fun.
Oh yeah, one more thing. There's this real cute visitor in the guest of honors room on the second floor. I think she'd perk right up if she saw you, so why not go pay her a visit? Just don't go making your girl jealous, okay?
I wonder who he means. He said she's in the guest of honors room. Well, I can't waste much time here. I told everyone I'd definitely come back soon. Right now, I need to gather as much information as I can. I can make my choice after that. At least then, it'll be an informed one.